Yep, Ken has a wife and child, which is pretty odd. All right,
That's like a big twist.
it's strange considering that his best friend is Ryu, which is just like a homeless man, and
Yeah.
he's like a rich father and business owner, and it's like, what the fuck is going on?
I always figured Ken was like 17.
It feels that way, especially in the earlier games like Street Fighter 2 and Street Fighter Alpha. But in this game, he's like 35, I think.
That's fucking whack. I don't like that. This is like
Oh,
even worse than that time I found out that like Doug Walker had a wife and child.
oh God. But alas, I've beaten the game. That is it.
You did it. You really truly did it.
This character, Sean, his arcade ending is really fucked up because, like, he was super. It's crazy because he was super top tier and powerful in the previous incarnations of this game. And then this version comes out in arcades. And not only does he suck ass, like, he's the worst character in the game, but his arcade ending is him having a dream where he wins the championship or some shit.
Like he dreamed he won it, but in reality he didn't. It's like a Mario Bros. 2 ending where Mario was asleep the whole time.
Yeah, I might be crazy, but I feel like he like has a dream where he wins, and then he wakes up and he actually like gets his fucking ass beat, and it's super sad and weird.
Is it like a Ryu was never real situation?
I forget how it happens even. It's been a long time, but all I remember is being very upset with the mistreatment of this character. Very unfortunate.
I gotta ask, is he Ken's son?
He is not, but he is Ken's like protege. Like in the same way, I don't know if you've ever seen Sakura, that Street Fighter character who's a little girl in a schoolgirl outfit with a headband, who looks like Ryu. Like she is Ryu's protege and studies all his moves, and this guy is Ken's protege and studies all of his moves.
That's why he's dressed exactly like Ken.
Yeah.
Let's assume 50 years in the future you take on an apprentice.
Okay, 50
you-
years. I'm pretty fucking old then, Jesus.
Okay, yeah, you're like 70. You're a master of your craft. You want to like pass on your work. You need like someone to take over your goofy rock band.
Yeah. That's what my protege needs to do. They need to replace me in my band of
Yeah.
geezers.
You need someone to become exactly like you. They need to have all your skills. They need to like live under your wing for like 2 decades before you like hand off your business to them. Do you
Fair.
make them dress exactly like you?
Fuck yes. No, if I'm trying to make them be me in every sense of like everything, I'm gonna give them my wardrobe. Or I'm gonna give them replicas of my wardrobe and their sizing. You know, like that's essential. Like if you want to get into my psyche, you have to dress in my outfit, you know?
Okay.
That's 100% part of it.
But to build upon that, if they try to wear their own clothes and have their own fashion, do you hit them with like a ruler or something?
Okay, so you're basically asking me, am I like a boxing trainer from a sports anime from the 80s?
No,
right
are you gonna yell at them? Are you gonna be like, no, you can't wear fucking cargo pants. You have to wear jeans. Get your ass back in your room. Go change your pants. No, I want to wear cargo pants.
Yeah, so you're asking me if I'm the mentor in a shonen right now, is what you're asking. Which I guess if the opportunity presented itself for me to literally fulfill a shonen trope in real life, I would kind of have to do it, you know?
If they were to wear like the wrong color flannel, would you like sucker punch them in the gut and tell them to no, go put on a red one?
Only if the scene would then cut to them being uninjured as if it never happened, and they would get like a comedic like bruise on their body when it happened, and they would get like the little like squishy lines on their face to show that they were like hurt, but in like a moe way.
Like, how brutal would you be in your effort to get them to become exactly you?
It would only be on the level of like I don't know if you've watched very much Gundam, but like when like the captains and lieutenants and officers in Gundam will like just slap the shit out of the main character when they like whine about having to murder innocent civilians. You know, like in every Gundam series, there's that moment where, like, you know, Captain Bright or whoever has to go up to Amuro or whoever the protagonist is. Especially in Gundam Zeta, when Camille just gets fucking slapped the fuck up for, like, whining about something. Come on, Camille, you can't be acting that way. Boom! And just fucking slaps him so hard he fucking is knocked out or something.
Nice.
Out of nowhere. It's constant.
Street Fighter 2 time.
It is. And we're gonna play as Guile, my favorite dude. I love Guile. And Guile's theme. He fucking kicks ass.
Fucking,
Anything.
Sick Fox Animation Domination fucking whatever it was, that one city, like, animation channel on YouTube that made the fucking, like, scientifically accurate songs and don't make it such a mystery, learn about Black history. They did
never
a
heard
fucking,
that.
like, song on, like, Guile's theme where, like, the girl just says inane garbage to Guile's theme.
Sonic booms and flash kicks are his style, but when you think of Guile, remember his lifelong vow: never go out with fucking eyebrows.
Now, I will say that being like 12 years old and finding out about Guile's theme, I was probably younger than that when I found it for the first time. But when I was like a youth,
Back in
I
your
would just fucking,
days
like-
of binging dorkly.
well, I don't know about that. But listening to like unironic metal covers and like rock covers and shit of like Guile's theme and like Castlevania themes was like the peak of fucking hype entertainment to me. Like that was the age when there was still like enough like teenage hormones and like childishness that like listening to like a metal cover of Guile's theme was enough to literally like make my heart pound, and I'd be like, "This is so fucking awesome, God!" Oh. And shit was on. I remember I would play Street Fighter 2 World Warrior Edition, which is the first one. It's like kind of shitty on the Wii Virtual Console with the fucking Wii Pro controller or the GameCube controller, and I would fucking beat the arcade mode, which for me at that time was really hard. I'd beat M. Bison with Guile, and I'd think I was such a fucking badass, and then I would just listen to Guile's theme in the sound test mode for like an hour and fucking do like
That's
fucking
awesome.
karate moves in my living room.
No, because like I was literally about to ask, did you pretend to be Guile and do his moves in real life?
I literally did. I was obsessed with martial arts at that age, and I would literally spend hours learning how to do the Street Fighter characters' moves. Like I would practice how to do their normal attacks, and I'd be like, okay, how do I do Guile's double sweep where he does 2 kicks in a row in real life?
That's fucking
Yeah, I'm fucking
awesome. That's
practice.
based. I love that.
It was such like an optimistic and youthful time in my life, and I really do miss that like that feeling of just being like, oh yeah, one day I'm gonna be a fucking anime protagonist who can just fucking beat anybody's ass, and I'm gonna have a good reason to do it. I remember I'd get so mad at like my one young friend who I'd have over to play Street Fighter a couple times because nobody wanted to play fighting games with me, and I would get so mad when he couldn't say like Shoryuken. He'd be like, oh, Shoryuken. I'd be like, it's fucking Shoryuken, dude, come on.
Soy.
I was that guy. Well, like soy Ryuken for all you fucking soy boys out there.
That's who Ken is.
Oh,
He's the
fuck.
soy Ryu.
Yeah, he's not blonde Ryu, he's soy Ryu. That's a whole new insidious layer I never fucking thought of. The Chad, Nipponichi Nihonjin versus the cringe Gaijin.
Is that you?
That's Ken.
Are you sure it's not you?
It might be me.
I remember, like, when you were younger and I'd have you over to play video games, you'd always refer to them as, like, TV games, and I always thought that was funny, but I always felt like... It always felt
I
awkward
say
to, like,
that?
call you out for it.
When did I say that? I don't remember.
You always
that.
said that. You'd say that all the time. It was always so funny, and I just never could bring myself to say anything.
Was that me or somebody else?
It was
I don't remember
definitely
fucking
you.
ever
It was
playing
a...
TV games.
Name one friend I have besides you.
A good point, but like, TV, why the fuck would I say that?
I don't know.
That's weird as fuck. Maybe are you sure it was TV games or was it something else funny? And was I joking when I would say it? Because there's a good chance I would just say stupid shit as a joke.
No, it was 100% TV games.
What the fuck? Why would I say that? I feel like you're gaslighting. Like that doesn't feel fucking
No,
real.
I swear to fucking God, I am not gaslighting you. Like maybe
That's
you,
insane.
maybe you heard it in like a fucking episode of Death Note or some shit. Cause you did.
16-year-old me was crazy.
Yeah. Like you were one of those losers who watched like fucking subbed anime.
I only watch subbed anime.
Yeah,
I
I-
am one of those baboos.
Like why would you do that? That's the dubs are so much funnier.
That's true, but I took that shit serious. I was ready to die for that anime shit as a youth.
I'm too
You know?
like I'm a slow reader. I can't like live through a subbed anime.
Look, if I watch JoJo and Jotaro doesn't say aura 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 with the proper pronunciation, my immersion is gonna fucking break. I can't listen to fucking Dio say useless, useless, useless. I have to hear him say murda murda murda, or I'm gonna be fucking pissed. What games would I fucking refer to as TV games? Like, would I say that for all video games?
Yeah.
I don't even believe that.
No, I swear to fucking
I know
God.
you're telling the truth, but I also don't believe that the truth is real. I can't. Hey, let's play some TV games. Like, what the fuck is that? It's hilarious that I would say that.
Yeah.
That was the era when I would be browsing like R Kappa and shit on Reddit and picking up the toxic 4chan lingo and whatever.
You should talk with more toxic 4chan lingo.
Yeah, like racial slurs,
No.
because that's what it is.
Like,
I've heard some crazy shit from fucking browsing stupid boards.
Like-
Words that I don't know if I'm allowed to say them or not because I'm just genuinely not sure how offensive they are.
I mean, I'll bleep them out if they're problematic, but I'm ashamed to admit I was, 4chan child.
Yeah, I never actually browsed 4chan, but R Kappa was the closest that I got, and so I picked up on a lot of stuff. I will say, the other day, in terms of offensive words, you may have to bleep this out. I saw a meme where somebody used the fuck, and I see this on Instagram sometimes. People will use the word fucking. Take it easy. And I'm not sure how racist that is. Because I'm pretty sure it's racist against just like non-Jewish people. But I also don't think I can say it as like a fucking like Anglo-Saxon white person. So I don't fucking know. it's so funny though, because it feels like a form of racism that shouldn't be around anymore. You know, like it doesn't exist, but it does. Like, it feels like fake racism.
That feels like a fake slur someone would make up for like an episode of Star Wars.
It does. It's crazy. I also have heard Low Tier God, genuinely, who is one of my funniest people in the world. I've heard Low Tier God use some slurs about black people that I've literally never heard any white person use. Like, for some reason, LTG, he is so racist against another black person. He will bring up shit that like goes beyond any level of racism you've heard from any like KKK member. Like, despite being black himself, it's insane.
He is like the only person I've ever heard use the word like.
No problem.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, he will use words like that. Or okay, I'm gonna say this, and you're gonna have to bleep it out. So we might just have to cut this whole segment. But I did hear him one time use the term.
Get serious.
I've never fucking heard in my life until he said it, and it is by far the most like ancient, esoteric, like deeply, like terrifyingly, Kafka-esquely racist shit I've heard in my life. Like that is racist on a level that I cannot comprehend because it just doesn't feel real.
What does it even mean?
To me, that is like more racist than the N-word because it's so bizarre. It's fucking crazy.
No, I could 100% picture fucking Low Tier God just hunched over his monitor in the dark at like 2 a.m. like reading deep articles on like fucking antiquated slurs.
Literally. No. He would. While he uses his piss jugs. He's so fucking crazy for that.
I hope to never cross paths with that man in my life.
You probably won't, but if you do, just know he might have the mods crush your skull.
My skull is so soft, it'd be so easy.
It's true. Mods crush your skull.
No.
Thank you.
Nah.
Oh, I did.
Like, I am 1,000,000,000% ashamed. I am incredibly ashamed to admit that, like, my entire years at the age of, like, 12 to fucking 15 or so were spent browsing 4chan.
That is sad, and I wonder what kind of boards you frequented, but I can't imagine it was anything that interesting beyond like the paranormal activity board that you would browse.
I think I got banned off of that one for posting something about like Lucky Charms. Like, are they truly magically delicious or are they just regular delicious?
It's so stupid.
And that is like a fucking like staple memory in my mind. That is like a character defining memory.
When you realize that you weren't cut out to be a troll because you just were too mirthful.
Because I was a literal child with a sense of whimsy and a sense of, like, comedy, which is just straight up stupid.
Right, like you're trolling Kim from a place of just appreciation for life's simple joys
Yeah.
and goofy shit, as opposed to literal hatred for other human beings and like deep antisocial misanthropy, which is more suited to 4chan. I love Bionicles so fucking much.
I love Bionicles.
I remember one of the first times I ever heard like alternative music other than what my dad had showed me, which was like he would mostly show me like boomer stuff like Black Sabbath. But then I saw fucking Bionicles, I think it was the commercial, maybe, like on the like as an MP4 on the old ass fucking Bionicles website or some shit, or like early YouTube, where it was like a fucking Bionicle trailer, because they would do these sick ass trailers to music of like the new Bionicles that were coming out, and it would always be like alternative rock music, and they had like fucking Crawling in My Skin, literally by Evanescence or whatever.
Have skin.
And they had that shit for like the underwater Bionicles, and I thought it was the most edgy, fucking badass, chills-inducing shit I'd seen in my fucking life. And I showed my parents, like, listen how fucking badass this song is. And my mom was like, this is weird.
No. God, like nothing in life will ever be cooler than the fucking like big clam Bionicle from the one like underwater line. God, Evanescence is classic. I love Evanescence. Fucking Wagaki band had the fucking lead singer on, and they did a cover of her song and made her sing it, and that was fucking awesome. That was sick.
That actually was really badass, I won't lie. I love that YouTube video of the performance. It was really, really good.
Like, it is so fucking bizarre to me that it even exists, and that's just like part of why it's so good.
It seems a little weird, but it just works. You know, it's like a huge orchestrated like rock thing. Like at the young in it, like for a teenager, like nothing is more badass and epic than like just taking like typical rock and making it like orchestral. Like you know those fucking Christmas songs that there's like instrumental metal or whatever. I forget what the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Like as a kid, that shit is like the most heart-pounding shit you've ever heard.
No, because like you were talking about that earlier, and like as a kid, I did the exact same fucking thing. I'd always look up like the orchestral remixes or covers of songs I really liked.
Yeah, shit was awesome.
Yeah, I distinctly remember like the first time I was like watching through JoJo in my life when I got to fucking like Battle Tendency and the fucking Pillarman theme came up. I like listened to a fucking orchestral cover of the fucking Pillarman theme for like 10 hours one day, and it was really fucking cringe.
That was definitely one of the biggest memes to ever come out of the JoJo anime, weirdly. But I don't blame people because it's really fucking hype when it happens.
I think I would say that it's a legitimately good song even today.
I think so too. And the Pillarmen, I guess they caught on so much because like their introduction especially, and those three characters kind of fully embody like the weirdness that initially grasps people about JoJo. Just like incomprehensible, crazy shit.
I really like that it gave all the fucking like Pillarmen like really weird and unique abilities, but that he didn't give them stands because stands don't exist yet.
Yeah, but that was like a really creative ass era of JoJo. Not that it ever became uncreative, but like shit was just cool, and I loved all the emphasis on like archaeology and like weird ancient alien races and stuff. Like he was very much drawing from like different inspirations at that time than he was from part 3 onwards.
I don't like Tim Davis. I feel like if I ever saw him in real life, I'd probably hit him in the throat.
What is he like? Do you know what he even looks like? Is that even common knowledge? I don't even know what he looks like.
You better pray to God that I never find out what he looks like.
Maybe you've seen him and you never knew.
That's just lucky for him, I suppose.
Yeah. Damn,
is there any celebrity that you would punch in the throat if you saw them?
Oh, Elon Musk.
Like, if you saw him in real life, would you just, like, undo your shoelaces, rust him, and choke him out really fast?
No, yeah, if I saw Elon Musk in real life, it'd be on fucking sight. I'd be like, this is for fucking having a Full Metal Alchemist profile picture, bitch. And then I would run up and I would literally start throwing elbows, you know? I'd start fucking scrapping, you know? I'd throw the fuck down.
What would you do if he starts pressing back frame perfectly?
I'd be terrified, but then I would also relish the challenge of a worthy opponent. But no, I fucking hate Elon Musk. IRL.
You also hate him in fake L.
True.
You hate him in second L.
We don't talk about second L. I had a traumatic childhood experience with second L.
Oh, tell the story. Tell the story.
I think I've told you before about how one time my dad,
Yeah.
he's always worked for like really weird companies that are like trying to be on top of like technological stuff. And so his company was going to have a meeting in Second Life because like they were very much like, oh, we need to be able to have virtual board meetings, which is fucking stupid as a concept, I will say, as an adult now. Because like you
Yeah.
just fucking have a phone call. Like there's no increase in immersion or convenience to have avatars during your fucking business meeting. Like if you want to have a slideshow or some shit during a virtual conference, just fucking screen share or some shit. But this was in the early 2010s or late 2000s or something. I don't know when Second Life came out. So shit was weird. And he was showing us Second Life, and he's like, look, it's crazy. You're like in a world, which is also stupid because it's like it's the same as any other MMO. But anyway, then we were walking around, and he wanted it to be normal and fucking regular, but inevitably we ran into furries with huge tits. And some fucking
Nice.
lady walked up to him in the game and started being like, hey, want to have sex? And like, want to role play? And he was like, oh god, kids, don't look. And all three of me and my siblings were fucking standing there watching at the time, and he was mortified. So shit was fucking hilarious. And in retrospect, that's like one of the most blessed memories I could possibly have.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's pretty hilarious.
I wish I could have a cool memory like that. We should visit the 9/11 memorial in Second Life.
That's a thing?
Yeah,
Of
it's where
course
all
it-
the baby
why-
furs hang out.
So what the hell's a baby fur? Nope.
Ew! I don't like the fucking sentence that came out of your fucking mouth.
It'd be
You made
from-
yourself sound like a fucking furry just then.
What?
If you say some shit like baby furs, it makes you sound like a furry. 'Cause you know
I'm
what the
not
fuck.
a furry. I am just.
You're adjacent, though. I'm gonna be honest. You're on a slippery slope where you're
I am-
weirdly close to being one.
I am
without-
not close to being a furry. Shut up.
You know? I mean, if I found a fursuit in your closet, it would be more of a disappointed sigh than a shocked reaction. I'm gonna be honest.
No. I just really appreciate things that are cringe. I like to know about cringe things. You cannot have the interests that I have and then just forget about the fucking 9/11 Second Life Memorial.
But you said baby furs, and that was a mistake.
Shut up.
It sounds like an old gay person being like, "Oh, the baby gays hang out at this gay bar."
No, baby furs refers to like people whose furry avatars are literal babies.
How fucking old are you people?
Oh, wouldn't you like to?
You sound fucking 60. Oh, I've been banned.
You're digging yourself deeper into the fucking hole right now. Because I didn't know that. Because I'm normal. And you do know that. Because you're not normal.
Shut up. I'm normal.
Yeah.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
Would you say that you're an elderly fur or a baby
Shut the
fur?
fuck up. I am neither. The internet is a scary place.
It truly deeply is.
Upsetting things are funny though. I like things that are upsetting.
Exposing yourself to scary, upsetting things is deeply comedic. Because when you get to a certain point of having done it enough times, you develop like a third-person observer perspective to like feeling yourself grow desensitized, and it's kind of funny in a way. So yeah, I agree.
I don't know. I don't know if that's like a good thing.
Oh, definitely not. I mean, it possesses humor nonetheless, you know? And it's just part of the zeitgeist that we live in. I mean, when you grow up with literal unrestricted internet access the way we did, you're gonna see a lot of things whether you like it or not, you know?
Like everybody's seen like a video of some dude in India running around a corner and then a big cat like turns the corner as well and the video just stops.
Oh, yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
That seems like an actual nightmare.
Oh, well, yeah. Definitely getting chased by like a 1,000-pound predator that is known for being able to kill humans easily is pretty terrifying.
Like there's something about big cats that is just way scarier than like any other like big animal that would hurt you. Like hippos or alligators are probably more dangerous, but the way they attack is just like less violent
It
Kinda.
looks less scary, yeah.
The-
Like hippos are fucking scary, but you don't think of them as like literally jumping out of a tree and crushing you to death, you know?
Like, you don't see videos of crocodiles jumping out of corners or, like, chasing you at, like, 100 miles an hour.
And they look so threatening. Like they're literally like ripped, muscular claws, you know? I think it's also the inherent sense that like we know that cats are douchebags.
Yeah.
Like a bear is going to be temperamental, territorial, whatever. But like a black bear is going to be scared of you also, you know? But like a cat, like a tiger or a lion, it has that cat mentality of just being a complete asshole. So you know that it's not going to have any fucking mercy on you whatsoever.
Like, if you're getting mauled by a bear, you know the bear is just gonna, like, maul you, but the cat's gonna make a fucking, like, mess and a spectacle of it. It's gonna be terrible.
Yeah, exactly. Like the cat's gonna have fun killing you. Like I think that's what it is really, is that you know that out of all animals, the cat is the only one that's gonna enjoy killing you. You know, chimpanzees though,
I
that's
don't like
another
monkeys.
fucking scary. They are genuinely terrifying.
I don't like monkeys, I don't like dolphins, I don't like bears.
You don't like bears?
I don't like any animal with an IQ between, like, 10 and 30.
Yeah, like toddler level intelligence where it's a little bit
Yeah.
concerning. That's fair. You don't like pigs? Either then.
I like pigs, I think.
Yeah, pigs are smart, but they're not, you know, they're not human predators except for the wild boars.
My uncle's neighbor was eaten alive by pigs, and I think that's
Oh my
kind of cool.
fucking god. Really?
Yeah. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
He wasn't like my actual uncle. He was like a family friend who claimed he was my uncle, and I always just took that at face value. But he was like this weird old like Native American dude. He called himself like Crow. He had like these fucking taxidermy spiders everywhere in his house. It was awesome.
Rules.
But no, like he lived on a farm, and like his neighbor kept pigs, and then like one day while working on his roof or something, he like fell off of his like roof and into the pig pit. He was like knocked unconscious, and he was eaten alive by pigs.
Initially, when you said he was eaten by pigs, I'm like, what the fuck nightmare scenario happened? But now that you mentioned that, like, although that is horrifying, it's very much a plausible thing that probably happened a lot on farms back in the day.
Like
Because pigs will straight up eat the fuck out of like an unconscious person without hesitating.
Like there wasn't
they're-
any blood or fabric or anything left. They ate everything, even the bones. Like the only reason like they knew he was eaten by pigs was like there was a fucking scuff spot of the dirt, like looked like a man fell into it that was covered with pig tracks around it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's actually one of the worst imaginable ways to die.
I don't know, he was unconscious. It probably wasn't that bad.
Imagine you wake up while a pig is eating you though, like, Jesus fuck.
No, now that I think about it, he was probably conscious. I was probably
Yeah,
just told he was unconscious because I was a child.
Yeah, depending on the fall, you could be totally fine, especially if you're like relaxed when you fall. But the pigs,
Yeah, the pigs.
like I feel like getting bit by a pig would be worse than getting bit by most animals because they've just got like chompers on them.
Farm pigs are scary.
I'm pretty sure that they're actually one of the most dangerous animals to farm. I have heard.
You don't hear stories about people being eaten alive by horses when they fall off of roofs.
Damn. Okay, I give up on beating this game.
That's fair. What do you
Continue.
think E Honda's green makeup signifies in the Kabuki Theater?
It means that he.
It signifies
Is-
that he's part of the Dream SMP. That's my fan theory.
I was about to say something along those lines. So I'm glad you beat me. To that.
Yeah.
That's pretty damn funny.
You did it, you Street Fightered.
I did. I was a successful Street Fighter.
You fought the street, and the street won.
It actually did. I lost.
You never hear stories about people in their, like, Idaho farms falling off of roofs and being eaten by piranhas.
That's too bad. People aren't taking advantage of the home aquaponics piranha farming business enough. Have you seen that 4chan post? It's like easiest fucking hustle in the world. Indoor pool shrimp farming. I make thousands. No transportation, no maintenance. It's like fucking hilarious.
Oh, that sounds hilarious.
It's really funny. It's just a picture of a giant indoor pool in like a warehouse, and he's like, "This is the easiest fucking hustle of my life.
That's awesome.
Direct distribution to restaurants, no middleman." And I'm like, who the fuck is buying your basement, motherfucker? What the hell?